Previously on Deck of Many Aces.
Can I do something that will fix the short-term problem and potentially create longer-term problems?
Don't cast charm person. Don't cast charm.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, you're gonna cast friends, aren't you?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm a gravituric, and it's great. It's amazing to be able to work with like this up-to-the-minute equipment. They found him in this industrial swampland. There are a couple of big, like, if you like sort of unbutton his shirt, you can see like, and on the shirt there's like big singe marks and some kind of impact from something like firebolt.
What direction did the body? What direction was the body first moved in? Because that's the direction they were running, right? Or if it's towards anything important, if it's just random, it's fine.
Is it towards the factory?
It is towards the factory.
Yes.
I was gonna do something dramatic, but I feel like we should just leave it there.
I'm sorry, I stole your thunder. I was making a joke.
I did dab twice.
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual asexuals. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Every character's past, present and future is based on a card drawn from the Deck of Many Things. I'm Ellie, your DM. Wait, I use she, her pronouns. I was going so well. I'm Ellie. I'm your DM. No, I did it again. I'm Ellie.
Go, DM.
My pronouns are she, her, and I am your DM today, your demisexual mongoose.
You said that before.
I already used that one.
You used that one before.
Have I already
Yeah,
used that one?
you said mongoose. So
Twice.
God damn it. Okay. I am your I thought that it was too convenient. It came to my brain way too easily. I am your demisexual
Male wife.
Oh no! No!
No! I'm your demisexual
Male man.
That works.
No.
You're just saying the same thing twice, though.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say.
Postman.
Yeah, it's the American version of Postman.
Oh God. Okay, so I heard male man as in M-A.
Oh, I was just making a joke.
M-A-N, and I was
men.
like, man. That's
A man
like
man.
some double.
Moon. You're
there.
demisexual. You're demisexual. Moon.
Oh my gosh, yes! Let's all unveil the fact that we were terrible Tumblr children.
I thought of Moon and then decided not to say it like a mature person.
Hey, listeners. I'm still on Tumblr. Find me.
yeah, same.
Try and find me.
Am will not let me see her Tumblr. That's how hidden it
You
is.
don't let a human being see your Tumblr.
I know Katie's Tumblr.
I don't use it anymore.
Share it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
no,
gonna
I
share
still
it.
actively reblog stuff. I'm dropping my Tumblr in the Discord because I love you guys.
While we're all perusing Am's Tumblr for juicy tidbits and potential shame, would y'all like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Am, and I have a Tumblr.
My pronouns are Tumblr tumblers.
I use my pronouns are tumbly poos.
Oh.
Do not cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm vaguely delirious, and I play the party tank and battle master fighter Tosja Atherdale. She also uses she, her pronouns, and I don't know what she's feeling or thinking right now, because it's been like a hot minute since we last played.
I was expecting this to be a bit chaotic because it's been a while, but I think we're doing okay. Every time I say that, it goes to absolute shenanigans. So
We haven't
let's
finished the
continue.
introductions yet.
My name is Chloe, and I use she, her pronouns. I play Raina Riftwood, the Tabaxi bard, who constantly forgets she's the party healer, including when she needs to heal herself. And she uses she, her pronouns as well.
Yay!
I am Eiriol, and I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock, who uses she, her pronouns. I don't have any fun things to say.
Hi, I'm Katie. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. I am playing Morgan, the wizard, who uses she, her pronouns. And I am a living human being.
Definitely not a robot.
That sounds like you're accidentally saying something that, like, a TERF would say, where you're like, I identify as human.
I mean, I'm an organic being made of bones.
Gender critical.
I was going to say, all that reminds me of is, I am a carbon-based human life form. If you haven't listened to Cast of Many Things Feel System, then you should. There's one episode where there is a character who I just want to protect forever. Plump! And in the second one, 3/5 of us are in it, by which I mean 3 out of 5 cast members, not like we've just been like
all of us have been
we are really all one
locked
person
off at the torso, and like, but our legs are not included. And like Deck of Many Aces is in this podcast, asterisk legs not incled.
I was thinking like vertically, like just
Firstly, I am
40%.
clearly the butt of Deck of Many Aces, not the leg. It works on so many levels.
Yeah, if we're a Power
I'm
Rangers
the butt.
style,
I'm the butt.
By your powers
mech,
combined.
What parts are we? Just the butt.
I will fight you for the butt part.
And I'll win.
You can both be cheeks separately.
Oh,
The three of us are pulling a lot of weight, by the way.
I'm feeling a little cheeky.
but somehow you're still 1/5.
I was
This is
just
officially
thinking
the most
that.
cursed entrance we've had so far. I am forcibly redirecting.
Katie's the organised one now. This is what we've done.
oh God.
I once was known as an organised person, believe it or not. I used to be organised. My school teachers wrote things like diligent on my school reports.
Katie, you sure you won't use neurodivergent, babe?
Oh, what a mood.
Talking
Yes,
of organisation,
let's-
shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, someone's been killed.
Okay, this is usually here for just like continuity purposes, but I'm genuinely going to ask y'all, like, what happened last time? Do you remember?
Do you not remember?
Well, I do, but I had to read my notes beforehand, and I've recently been editing the recent episode, but not recently enough to be like, I know this
I have
back to front. So
some
what can,
notes.
what do you
we
remember?
found a dead guy.
What do you remember?
In the cupboard. Or we were shown a dead guy, actually. We didn't find
Yes,
it.
you found him through the power of
Yeah.
niceness. You were nice people, and therefore you got to see a dead dude.
This was 2 episodes ago, wasn't it?
Kids, be nice. You'll get to see a
Yes.
body. Then Delphi basted him. Then we found his
Yes.
will
Yes.
and sorted that all out.
Yes.
And then we we found that his body had been dragged into a bog near some factories. And we're going to check out the factories. There might have been bits I missed.
Delphi had a secret convo with the neighbour, or possibly something possessing the neighbour, I don't know.
Something possessing the neighbour? I don't think that came up. I think you're speculating wildly there.
What? Why can't it be both?
I am speculating wildly. They were debating.
But it's also not
on a
off-brand.
science versus faith situation. That was the argument that they had. The neighbour might have been lying. We don't know. And then the swamp.
We don't
stuff
know.
happened.
Yes.
So where we left off, I believe, I might have to cut this out if I don't remember this properly, but I believe that Green flew up in the air
Yes.
and identified some drag marks, which you all went over to and realised that they were pointing in the direction of the factory, which was going to be a big dramatic reveal and then was just a meme.
Oh yeah, because I was like, haha, they're pointing towards the factory, and you were like, no, they are pointing towards the factory, and I was like, oh no!
This entire mystery is just like, lol, someone makes a joke, and then it's like, it's real, it's real.
We're just super
I
clever.
really want Ellie to include some riddles.
You are, you
So I can
solved
solve
my
your
puzzles.
basics.
Riddle solving.
Lol,
Yeah.
my basting
I'm
riddles.
so good at riddles, guys.
Am is fire at riddles, to be fair.
Okay, so what would you all like to do?
Go towards the... I feel like this is a trick question.
Yeah.
The footprints are pointing towards the factory. What do you want to do?
This is a riddle. We're meant to... It's actually in the bog. We have to go deeper into the bog. That's the riddle.
There's a
he was
secret
dragged
trapdoor
out
under
of
the
the bog, not into it.
Ellie, you're going to have to cut this bit out, but I'm cracking up because I'm looking at my character sheet, and so I remembered Vega Camarius' name. I wrote down his name on my character sheet in proficiencies and languages, so I'm proficient in Vega Camarius.
Why would I cut that out? That's so funny.
Okay, let's go towards the factory, maybe, perhaps?
Yeah.
Seems like a plan. Is there any obvious entrance from here?
There's what looks like a kind of fire exit. So...
Is there a front entrance?
I mean, if you walk around to the front, I'm sure there will be, but this is the back of the factory. That's how
It's the
back of
factory.
front entrances work.
We don't need your sass today, Ellie.
Factory. Sorry, that was maybe a little bit too dry. I apologise.
Well, let's turn this fire exit into a fire entrance and take
Yeah!
it down.
Oh no!
We'll burn it down. Then it becomes a real fire entrance. Yeah.
You're just begging for Morgan to set something on fire now.
That's the title of the episode, Fire Entrance. Don't be stupid, Eiriol.
goodness.
Fire can't go through walls, it's not a ghost. What?
Delphi can't do it. Delphi has no fire.
Ellie, from the back of the
factory.
factory, or the back tree, if you will. What is it? Was
Do you
the
want
factory?
to roll an investigation check or
Like
an
branding?
insight
It's by
Is there
Evil
not
Corp.
like a sign?
Not on the back,
Not on the back of the building, no.
Right? it's we put bodies in bogs.
They could be aggressive with their branding. I don't know.
Body Bog Inc.
Did you say perception or insight, or was it insight or investigation?
Any of those three, to be honest. I can spin
Cool, because
that
I've got a
anyway.
+4 perception,
Okey-dokey.
so that makes it 22.
22, you can see on the sort of next to the door of the fire exit. Next to the door of the fire
Next to the door that comprises
I know
the
what you
fire
mean.
exit.
Inhale, exhale. Yes, that one.
A fire exit doesn't have to have a door, you know.
The fire next to the fire exit door, there is a small sign that says Turin Brothers Inc.
Turing Brothers.
Oh, incorporated, not like ink. Do
Yeah.
I know this brand? Are they a well-known brand?
Yeah, roll
I
a
would
history
probably
check.
know a lot about this actually if it's
And I
like a
think-
trade thing.
Rolling all the dice.
Yeah, I think Morgan can roll as well. I don't think
No.
Raina or Delphi would.
Raina and
I
Delphi
got a
know.
10. I do just want to say I'm using a new dice. I'm using a new dice set for this episode, and the first roll on this dice was an 18, and the second roll on this dice was a 6.
Oof.
I'm very excited for the spicy dice. But
The spice
it was-
dice.
Can
I
I
got
use
10.
my knowledge of trading and business, which I definitely have, to roll?
I don't think you do have those things, but I do think that you might know these guys. So roll a history check.
My family are like business people.
Yeah, I still think
You're already getting a bonus.
you definitely have like potential interest in them, but I don't think it's from your business savvy, from your hashtag girl boss energy. I think it's maybe from other stuff. So
Well, she
give
was
me a
kind of the
history
black sheep
check.
of the family specifically because she did not have that hashtag girl boss energy. Anyway, what am I rolling?
History.
History +4. Oh, that's a 16 +4. 20. Dirty 20.
You are very aware of the Turin brothers. They are very well-known artificers, possibly the most well-renowned brand outside of Adavan Lovers. Obviously, Adavan Lovers produces a lot of artificers and engineers, so there's a lot of very good competitive brands, but Turin Brothers is like one of them, one of the sort of top ones. They make all sorts of tech. They make tech that is used in laboratories. They make building equipment like welding stuff. They make weapons.
Ooh.
What do you know about this?
Do they make murders?
Yeah.
And then you said yeah. You said yeah, it's canon now.
They make murdery things.
We got him! Solve the mystery! Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, 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 bam. They make a variety of magical items. You remember, when was the last time you saw your family?
The
a
big
while.
questions.
The big questions, the spicy questions.
Definitely months, maybe 6 months.
Oh, okay. In that case, not even the last time you saw your family. Maybe like a couple of years ago, you remember your mum talking about a very prominent court case that was going on in Adavan Lovus, which was... It was the Turin brothers versus the city of Adavan Lovus, where they essentially took the city to court, suggesting that the police using Zone of Truth was a breach in privacy and consent. Yeah, and they managed to successfully plead against the city, so there's now a kind of anti-Zone of Truth field around Adavan Lovus, which is the sort of first time that this has happened in any city in the known world.
Wait, so not only are they saying... So they're not saying, like, oh, the police can't cast it and it's illegal if they cast it. They're saying you cannot physically cast it.
They're saying, wow, it's funny, isn't it, that Ellie maybe put something that wouldn't make you automatically go, let's see if people are lying in this murder mystery.
Yeah.
We don't think we have that spell, but okay.
I was like, take extra precautions.
Also, Ellie, I love how you dissed the idea that my background and family knowledge would have any bearing on my ability to know about this, and then immediately made that happen.
Well, because I don't think your family would care about the fact that they are artificers. They wouldn't have any particular interest. They might have shares in it, but it's not like they wouldn't have vested interests in the Turin brothers, but I know that your family would love a good bit of political gossip, and this is very much that. The court case was quite controversial because, like, obviously they're not wrong. Zone of Truth is ethically dicey, you know, it is. There is a lack of consent around it.
So it's charm person.
Shush.
Yes, oof. But the way that the Turin brothers went about it and their motivations were maybe a little bit sketchy. That was the vibe you got from your parents.
Okay, I want to say as a quick side note, Alan Turing, who is I assume the namesake for this, was not an evil bog murderer and was in fact my perfect cinnamon roll who never did wrong and who got done totally dirty by the government. I don't know if he actually did stuff wrong, then
God,
I don't
correct.
know about it. It
Absolutely.
may have happened. I'm not a stan, but I'm kind of a
A
stan.
neurodivergent gay.
Point the first, these guys their surname is Turen. It's definitely meant to evoke the sciencey, brainy stuff, but it is not supposed to be a reflection on Alan Turing's character.
So it's Turin, not Turing.
Exactly, Turen, not Turing.
Turin, like urine.
Big business, possibly sketchy, and we're by the back door.
It's like if Elon Musk was suddenly like, workers' rights matter. It's like,
Okay.
you're not incorrect, but I don't trust you.
Yeah, it's
You
the
know?
same as if
That's
Elon
the
Musk was
vibe.
like, "Hey, you can't interrogate my my workers," and it's like, I'm sorry.
That makes me want to interrogate your workers, Elon.
Exactly. That's precisely the vibe.
We weren't interrogating your workers, Elon. What's going on?
I have a
Is it
plan.
going to kick the door down?
I'd love to hear it.
No.
Is it to kick them?
Kick the door down.
No.
Do it.
Well, are we going in like sneaky like or like through the front
cannot
like?
go in sneaky like.
I can make you
can't.
invisible.
I can stand and guard the door if you like, but that's a potential idea. I was going to suggest perhaps Morgan and I are from well-known, well-to-do families. Raina could perhaps be our business advisor, and Delphi our security, and we say we're interested in investing. We don't have to do any talking. We don't have to do any talking. Raina could do all the talking.
Also, we're just checking it out.
Well, there's one problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what you mean by most of those words.
Yeah, what's security?
So we give.
Well, no, I get security, but investment, I know nothing about that.
So it would basically be we buy partial ownership of the company.
We're saying we're interested into going into business with them,
Right.
but we want to see what their resources
Yes.
are like.
I'll keep it vague.
But we want to know about what they're producing, because if they are responsible for Dr. Delaware's murder, then this will be to do with perhaps his research overlapping with whatever they're producing. So I think it would be wise to find out what their production plans
Can
are.
I say up front that I think if it doesn't work and they say no, go away, we should go away instead of fighting and then do something sneaky later.
I agree. I think that is a very good idea.
Me too.
I just wanted to put that up front.
All right then.
Okay, so I'm here on behalf of my family, and
Yes,
you
as
are,
am I.
I don't know if I want to make some kind of statement implying that the Aldridges are getting into business with Atherdale. Also, Morgan is just remembering that her family recently, publicly, notoriously just lost all of their money. So this might not actually work.
That's very true, but that doesn't mean you don't have... They don't know whether you have your family's business
Yeah,
acumen
but you
or
would
not.
need money to invest
I have the money, you
with.
have the business brains. I feel like...
I don't have any.
Yeah, so I have the money, and then you're the business savvy one because that's the family.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm jumping ship from the Aldridges to you.
Essentially, yes. In theory.
Maybe you should emphasize your businessness first rather than me.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know a lot about this company because we do a lot of our own mechanical creations. If they are particularly invested in defense of any kind, then I can talk a lot about that for a long time.
They do have some weapons production. I don't know if it's here.
Excellent. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, are we doing it? What time of day is it? Is it within business hours?
It's by this point, gosh, how long? It's not quite nighttime yet, but it's creeping into
been
evening.
nighttime.
Yeah, me too.
You definitely...
I think it was like maybe tomorrow then.
Why don't we see if there's anyone in the office? And then, if there's not, we can just go.
Yeah, we can come back tomorrow.
Maybe it'll be the night shift and they won't be as canny.
Yeah. We can just see if there's any managerial or above levels about to have a chat to. But let's just go and knock on the front
Yeah,
door.
let's say for argument's sake, it's probably like 6:37.
In my head, it's like 6, so the people might be working right there still.
Yeah, it's not unsociable, but it's also not working hours.
Let's go have a look. We'll just go knock on the front
Alrighty.
door.
So you head around to the front door. The front door has a slightly more official air. It's got Turin Brothers Inc. in big embossed font, like right over the door. Morgan, can you do me another, either a history or a perception check?
Okay, it's same bonus to either. Oh no, that was actually me dropping the dice, not me rolling it. If you
Doesn't
have that.
count. Doesn't count on the floor.
Oh, that's a nat one.
Okay, you don't notice anything.
Oh, no.
I trip over my own feet.
Yeah, oh no, yeah.
And I only see the ground, but luckily I dexterously catch myself.
You face plant on the stairs.
Morgan, are you alright?
I'm good, thank you.
Need some help?
As this kind of kerfuffle is occurring, the door opens and a very polished looking gnome with sandy blonde hair and a sort of blank kind of steely gaze stares out
Is
at
it
you
Tyrion?
and says, how can I help you?
Hello. My name's Raina, and I've got a client here who wishes to speak to you about some investment opportunities.
Right, we don't take consultancies without prior appointment. If you could come back again at a later date, I'm sure if you send a message to our head office, I'm sure we could organise something.
Well, you see, we did have an appointment, but we got a bit lost on the way, so we're a little bit late. We're supposed to be earlier in the day.
Roll me a deception check, please.
That's why I asked Raina to do it, because she's a good liar.
We could just get an appointment.
Is she a good liar? It's an 11.
She is. I think so. He stares at you for a long, long moment. I'm not aware of an appointment on our books, but... well, who are you representing?
Toz, you're Atherdale. And I, gesture to Toz.
I do, a slight bow.
He perks up.
Yeah.
He perks up considerably and kind of runs a hand through his hair and he says, Miss Atherdale, a pleasure to meet you. Right, so are you representing your family or is this a personal interest of yours?
I'd say potentially a combination. I'm not sure how aware you are of the political machinations in Adavan. And not that's the city here, not the one I'm from.
Lol.
The political machinations in Guimars. But it is between me and my brother to become the next as a signature, figure of defense in the city, and I believe, as, the credit to my little brother, I'll be probably successful in securing that role. And I would be interested in learning more about your operations. None of that's technically a lie.
Ooh.
I do think I'm going to beat my brother to be for that position, and I also am interested in what their operations
Got you
are.
there, Ellie.
That is true. It's an implied lie, but it is technically.
As someone who grew up a terrible liar, I'm very, very good at not technically lying.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm sure it'd be very fortuitous for us to have the Tyrion name attached to the House of Defense in Garmarus. Please come in. Hey everyone, it's Ellie here. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. If you are, please consider checking out our supporter Acast link. This is like a virtual tip jar where you can just give us a little bit of a thank you in financial form. We obviously accept thank yous in non-financial forms, and you are in no way obligated to do this. It would just be a nice cool thing. All the proceeds of that go towards things like making a web domain, investing in merch, and also compensating the lovely PCs that I have on this show, because they're great and they deserve all the love and all the riches in the world. You can find that at supporter.acast.com/deck of many aces with spaces in between the words. There's also a link right at the bottom of the episode description. This week's trailer is for Bad Heroes. Bad Heroes is an actual play podcast. They play Pathfinder, and basically it's a homebrewed world. It's a very queer cast and POC-led cast as well, and it's about this group of adventurers who are sort of thrown together, who are maybe not the best at their jobs. If you enjoy the absolute shenanigans that we get up to and the facepalm moments, particularly from the likes of people like Delphi and Raina, you will love this podcast. It's got the same kind of chaotic energy. Roll the trailer.
Hey, I'm Dre Silvertooth and I'm a GM. You should absolutely come listen to our podcast, because I have the best heroes. They're hunting curses for the Queen of Vyre, and it's going great.
I got 5 hit points.
I have a plan.
Is it to write my eulogy?
They make really good choices.
Oh god, why did I do that?
It's all according to plan. Textbook success.
She did fall 45 feet in full armor, though.
Well,
Fine. They are bad heroes. I have 4 very bad heroes on my podcast. But they are hilarious. Come check us out at badheroescast.com or find Bad Heroes wherever you get your podcasts.
I haven't been playing my bard correctly, so now I am going to.
hold up. You mean trying to summon an electric guitar so that you can use the auxiliary cord was not doing it correctly?
Oh no, that was definitely correct.
I shall fetch my brother as well. The name's Kaelin, by the way. Kaelin Tyrion.
A pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
That's Caelen for anybody interested.
Me looking up the etymological origins of every single NPC.
For real, this is a PSA from Ellie. Sometimes you choose names for reasons because they literally mean things. Sometimes you choose names for mouthfeel. Yeah, that's it. That's the beginning and the end of that PSA. So he heads you inside, and you get a brief glimpse of like a kind of factory shop floor where there's a production line that is stopped because even though He is a relentless capitalist. He is not making his workers do overtime because...
Really?
That would be truly
They're not having
evil.
them doing 16-hour shifts?
He's not having them do 16-hour shifts.
Oh, God.
I know, right? Only someone without a soul would do that. Back to business. Yeah, so he leads you up a narrow flight of stairs to an office, and he softly knocks on the door and says, Glau, we have potential investors here, and then sort of like cracks open the door, and... Ooh, what are people's passive perceptions?
Oh god, like 14.
Mine is 14.
11.
Okay, so Toz and Morgan, you both hear him mutter, "So make yourself presentable." He sort of waits a moment and then opens the door, and his twin comes out. His twin's a little bit more kind of unsure of himself, sort of like physically he seems to be like take up a bit less space, be a little bit more kind of, he has a bit more of a sort of anxious energy about him.
I've just had a really good idea, but I can't tell anyone in the party in front of them. I wish we had message so badly.
We have message.
Oh no!
I have message.
No! Yeah, but you have to message me first.
I do.
Kaelin says, "This is my brother, Glau." And Glau says, pleasure to meet.
Glau, as in like G-L-A-U.
As in G-L-A-W. Hello, Welsh people in the room.
I'm torn between Welsh and German.
What's Glau in German?
I don't know, but it feels like it should mean something.
Yes, so Glau says, it's nice to meet you. Right, shall we give you the tour?
Oh, that'll be wonderful, yes.
Yes, that would be much
We would
appreciated.
appreciate that. Yes, thank you.
I have some brochures, and like sort of seamlessly he brings out 4 glossy brochures that say, interested in a career in artificing? Take a look at Turin Industries today. And it's a very sort of smarmy picture of the two of them, both shaking hands with a little robot.
That's actually adorable. Ellie, is
they-
the robot adorable?
The robot is the cutest robot you've ever seen.
Oh.
Like, so adorable.
Yeah, but is it sneakily cute, like those ones from the dog robots that are actually to police people?
Oh, yeah.
It looks like, you know how those are sneaky and creepy now because we understand the full implications of what they are, whereas like 6 years ago we were like, oh, cute robots that can play fetch.
Yeah.
We are this is the like 2012, 2013 version of those
they've got
robots.
little
It's like
googly eyes
before
on
the
them.
before the world got terrible enough for you to realise what they were really for. That's the vibe. Kaelin and Glau both lead you down the stairs and back onto the factory floor, and Kaelin turns to you, Toz, and to Raina and says, so what sort of thing did you have in mind? Were you thinking shareholding? Were you thinking some kind of mutual business deal, sponsorships? Anything that you're thinking of, I'm sure we can accommodate for a reasonable price.
I look at Toz like, help.
Oh god, okay. Toz says, well, you know, I'm not very well versed in business. That's why I have Raina here and also Morgan. And I kind of gesture towards Morgan as well. And I say,
hello, I am Serenity Aldridge.
Yes.
Hello.
Their faces, like when they hear Morgan Serenity Aldridge, Glau still just looks nervous, but Kaelin's face just entirely like switches and is like, oh, I was under the impression that the Aldridges didn't have the funds to invest in new projects like this.
I'm not here for the funds. I am here for the other aspects. This is, of course, the Afferdale's show, as it were.
I see. Well, and he turns back to Toz. I'm sure you'll understand that we'd really rather not have, and he glances at Morgan's wings, at the face of this business deal, if you catch my drift.
oh, absolutely not. Morgan and I work together predominantly because of her incredible knowledge, which, you know, I actually think there is, I must admit, as much as I am interested in everything you do here, I'm choosing my words very carefully.
I can tell.
also interested in a particular subject matter of development, if you don't mind me asking?
Of course, fire away.
Well, this is another reason why I am obviously very, not my family, for example, know that I am work with Morgan, but not to this capacity, also technically true, is that I am interested in the limits and the developments in, I believe, magical space and time manipulation.
Ooh, can
None of this is a lie.
I get all of you to roll an insight check?
Okay. I can't remember if I
This is kind of what I wanted to try and convey to Raina, is that if we specifically ask about this area, this is like if they killed Marius Delaware for his research.
They will weird out about this.
They'll weird out about this, or they'll tell us about their project. Is this insight?
I got an 18.
Yes.
I got
Great.
19.
I got 8.
Ooh.
I got an 8 as well.
Okay. So Toz and Morgan absolutely don't notice anything. Raina and Delphi, though, as you watch Toz do this sort of smooth talking thing for once in her life,
Shut up.
when she mentions space and time manipulation, both of the brothers' faces kind of just twitch a little bit, and Glau in particular looks kind of guilty.
It sure would be convenient if one of our team members who had a spell that could convey information to the other team members secretly would convey information right about now.
We do not metagame, we die like men.
It didn't occur to me until you said it, so now I'm like, is this metagaming?
I feel like it would occur to Raina that if they have the spell.
Yes. Yeah, it
Yeah, if
probably
you've
would.
got the spell, I think that's fine.
As long as they're aware they have the spell, it's not going to be another charm person.
No, I think they're aware of it. She would like message you and be like, I think they might be hiding something.
Can you reply to message?
Yeah.
Yes.
But only
Okay, cool.
Raina
I'd
gets
like
to
to-
hear the replies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to reply to Raina and say, good, see if you can find more out about this topic.
Delphi will reply saying, why don't we just kill them now?
I like the idea that Raina hears both of these at the same time and is like,
I just love that Delphi sometimes just dances on the very thin tightrope between being like wholesome and good, and then just like maybe murder hobo, maybe stabbing a child is okay.
But it's more just like, I mean, they very obviously killed them. Or like, were at least involved, you know.
What about the neighbour though? Wasn't it the evil
Elliott had a
neighbour?
cute lore drop idea that I just wanted to share.
Oh yeah, go
When
for it.
I replied to Raina's message, I feel like Toz was really confident, and part of me wants to be like, oh, that's because she and her brother did it a lot when they were younger, so maybe her brother's like some kind of cleric or bard.
Oh,
Love it. It's done.
I thought you
Good.
were saying
yes,
that, like,
here for it.
your brother killed people when he was young and tried to hide it. And you were like, I got him.
No, we just killed animals.
Oh.
well, aren't you
Oh
vegetarian?
yikes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so much worse.
Why would you kill animals if you're a vegetarian?
because we're the children of the the main defense lordship of the city, so we have to go out and kill monsters early on.
I was like animals, like monster animals then.
Oh, you monster hunted
Yeah,
as kids.
You'd be owlbears and stuff.
Yeah,
Not like pheasant shooting. To be fair, I think monster hunting is the equivalent of
Yeah.
rich kid pheasant shooting.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Thank you, Ellie.
That's the vibe.
But you should
Oh my
at least
goodness.
eat the
Okay.
meat.
I mean, it's the equivalent of fox hunting, because that's specifically what fox hunting
Yeah, it
is
is the
about.
No,
equivalent.
it's equivalent of bear hunting because it's actually dangerous, but on the other hand, like just.
Does anyone actually do bear hunting?
I don't know. Probably someone has.
if they are, they're crazy.
yeah.
I think this is off topic. So Kaelin has this kind of like funny look for a fraction of a second, and then says, "Oh, but of course, this is a relatively new field that we're looking into." But,
Yes.
why my accent is all over.
I was so hoping this would happen.
This is a relatively new field that we're looking into, but if you turn to page 14 in the brochure, we have a selection of our newest products available,
I turned to page 14 in
and
the
the sort of
brochure.
experimentations we've
Same.
I was thinking of like a fold-out brochure, and I was like, why does this fold-out brochure have 14 pages at least? And I was like, oh no, wait, brochures can be like small books. Yeah, that makes more sense.
You look at page 14. You can see that they've started to do some advancements into looking at energy fields, trying to replicate what you can do, Morgan, which is sort of change time within a relatively small area, but that it seems clear from this brochure that things are still in very early development. They both lead you down onto the factory floor. Kaelin says, so as you can see, we have a variety of products available. We have armory, we have weapons, we have some technical equipment. Mostly we're looking at elemental magic and trying to establish that into artificer technology. We have a couple of... yes,
Ellie, I was... can you just repeat that? So they're using elemental magic in regards to planar and temporal magic?
No, sorry.
Okay. I was like, that's the planes!
I wish I'd been smart enough to think of that. Damn. So sorry. We're so one of our kind of established areas of work is working with elemental magic and integrating that into weapons and armor. We're trying to replicate that with space and time and graviturgy. So that's sort of what we're working with at the moment. There's a few sort of patenting issues and general checks that need...
Patenting issues?
Well, yes, it's important that we are ahead of the field, as it were. So we just need to make sure that there's no competition or anything.
But surely, if it's your invention, there shouldn't be any issues.
I kind of elbow Raina.
I look back at Morgan like, I know what I'm doing.
Does Raina know what a patent is?
Oh, good point. She probably doesn't.
That is a good point.
Yeah, I guess she does now.
Kaelin gives you a very icy smile and says, what was your name again?
Raina.
Raina. The thing is, obviously, these are our ideas, but the problem is, with many inventions in the world, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but a lot of times scientific advancements will happen within a similar time period of each other, with the scientific community helping each other out, that sort of thing. So sometimes it's just important to keep your head above the water and keep yourself a step ahead of the game, just in case someone's nipping at your heels.
Oh yeah, well, I understand that completely. I just wouldn't want there to be any issues for my client if they're thinking of investing. You want as smooth a process as possible, eh?
Of course. We tend to find that when it comes to our lucrative and very well official investors, the less that is known, the better, you know. I think if you start poking your nose into things you don't understand, then, things can just get a little messy.
Well, as it turns out...
Oh, God.
Sorry, Casey threw me off with her. Oh, God. As it turns out, Morgan here is quite knowledgeable on the time stuff you got going on, so I don't see any problem with her poking around in things she does understand, eh?
Well... That's actually a threat to our patenting, because, well, if you were to take an idea that we already...
Of course not. Of course.
We can sign a waiver if you'd like.
I'm sure we wouldn't want to step on any toes.
Absolutely not.
No, I think that's for the best. I'd like to think that what you can see right now, and he gestures around him, and you can see there are sort of like walls of some kind of model weapons and a couple of actual weapons that have been kind of assembled on the end of these assembly lines.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can see any time stuff?
You absolutely can. He says, I think that all you have, that what you've seen already is already putting us in a vulnerable position, and I'd appreciate it if you were a little more trusting of us, because we've been so trusting of you. You've come here without an appointment.
Of course. Ellie, I rolled a 2 plus 7, so I didn't really see anything.
Ooh, yeah, no.
Plus
No.
7?
It's just I can't help thinking back to I'm from Attis Orbis, right? And there's a lot of like merchants and stuff come through Attis Orbis, and a lot of these things, like, you know, I think seen better or come through Attis Orbis. You know, I'm just wondering if you have anything sort of more advanced that you could show us. I think Toz here is interested in, you know, the cutting edge, the latest technology and that.
With all due respect, Raina, was it? We are the cutting edge. I'm sure whatever products that you saw were knockoff brands of our work. That is the unfortunate thing with this industry, is that there will always be somebody to make a poorly made version of whatever it is you're producing. That being said...
You ever brought an entire castle back from the future?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry?
Yes, right, an entire castle. Several, actually.
I think the hypotheticals that's not really within the realm of modern technology.
Yes, it's not within the realm of the possible.
Perhaps leave the technical details to those of us who understand it, Raina. Sorry, Raina.
Raina just kind of nods and is like, right.
While they're having this conversation, we're walking through the factory, is that correct?
Yes.
Have we walked past anywhere where I would believe the exit door would have been? Not exactly the complete other side of the wall, but anywhere within like 30 to 60 feet of it.
Have you seen a big sign saying fire door?
Yeah, where's the...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're within about 60 feet of the fire exit, I would say.
I would like to do another perception check, if that's all right.
Go for it.
I would like to see if I can smell anything to do with the swamp.
Okay, go for it, yeah.
And I believe I get to... Do I add my proficiency, or do I get...
You get advantage, I believe.
Advantage. I get advantage. I do get advantage. Okay, so the first one is a 19.
Okay, that's good.
And the second one is 5.
Okay, we'll go with the 19 then. As you're kind of looking around the workbenches and the assembly lines, you cast your eyes over to the fire exit, and it has been cleaned, but clearly someone's not done a great job of it. You can see a couple of sort of very faintly remaining footprints leading from the fire exit into the factory that are sort of a little bit swampy.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna turn to Raina and Lucy. Well, obviously we don't want to keep you too late. And we really do appreciate your accommodations that you've been made for us. This has been very informative. I always do believe the best decisions are made slept on, so unless my business associates have any further questions, I'm happy to leave and potentially return tomorrow.
Not at all. Seems a right upstanding factory you got here.
Of course.
Thank you. Chloe, can you roll me, I guess, a retroactive persuasion check? Because we got a bit sort of derailed by other things. No, it's alright.
It is A. I can't do maths. 19.
Yes.
Okay. Kaylin turns to you and says, well, if you've seen everything that you like, then we're very appreciative of that, but your associate was talking about cutting edge, and well, we do have a couple of things that could be of interest to you.
Oh, really?
Oh, of course.
Follow me right this way. And he walks off towards a sort of like stock room type thing, and flicks on a light. In the gloom, he kind of he rifles around and pulls out what essentially looks like well, like a spacey kind of gun, like a fantasy gun.
Is this the third time someone's gone a joke and at least gone yes?
Does he shoot us with it?
He sort of holds it in a very non-offensive way and says, "This here, we're very excited by this. This is a gravitational switcher. It's cutting edge stuff." So
Sorry, that was a Katie noise, not a Morgan noise.
Of being excited.
Yeah, I like to believe that Morgan makes that excited noise. Please, can that be canon?
No.
That's canon.
Morgan makes it inside her head. She would have made it had it not been
Okay.
to be like...
You never technically responded to Raina's message, so Raina just hears that in her head. Yes, he says, so this is a I'm not sure how familiar you are with the experiments in graviturgy that have been done of late, but this is real cutting edge stuff. Essentially, you can point it at an area and it can alter, switch, or turn off the gravity in that area entirely. This is very much using the science that we have that has been happening and really applying it in a very concrete way.
You nearly said the science we've been doing, and I was going to insight check the hell out of it, but you didn't.
You can absolutely do an insight or an investigation check.
I'd like to do an insight check. You haven't done this science.
I was thinking, could I do maybe a history check or something to see if I've seen anything like this in the lab?
Yes, please do that.
I'm not good at history, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, I got a 10.
I think...
I got a 10 too.
Oof, jeez, really. Who else was in? Katie, Morgan.
Morgan.
Morgan was in the lab. Morgan can also do a history or an insight check on this stuff. And Delphi could do a perception check.
11 plus 4.
Okay, cool. Morgan, you have definitely seen equipment like this in the lab.
Oh, we could have taken some.
There's a lot of it that kind of matches it entirely. So you haven't seen like a fantasy gun. You have seen the mechanism within it that is the thing that alters the gravity. In fact, it is...
Oh, do they have a portal gun?
Yes, kind of. It is almost...
No, like a portal gun from the game. I want to be able to do, like...
I want a portal gun.
Oh.
I feel like Ellie can't give us a portal gun.
I cannot give you a portal gun. I wish I could, but I can't. The mechanism inside it is almost entirely identical to a mechanism that you saw in the lab. Eiriol, what did you get on your perception check?
18.
18. You see that the stuff that he's holding in his hands doesn't match what is in their current brochure. You kind of get the sense that whatever they are doing here hasn't necessarily been okayed and doesn't necessarily get publicized for that reason.
Okay. That does sound like Delphi's just been reading the brochure back to back.
Yeah, I think she probably has. That's a Delphi vibe.
I can't speak. Read the book.
Read the book.
Does she also have an advantage to reading while walking?
Yes, always. I think all of you do. You are nerds. Maybe Raina not.
Does.
Maybe not Raina.
Which is hilarious because Delphi is pretending to be the muscle.
Raina can read.
Delphi pretending to be the muscle is the wildest decision, I'll be honest.
I think maybe Delphi and Raina should have swapped roles.
Maybe.
Delphi being the face is also a bad choice.
No.
Oh no, wait, actually, because Delphi doesn't know anything about the world. She knows even less about like what a pattern is.
Yes.
Yeah. At least Raina can kind of blag her way through because she knows how society
Raina's grown up
works.
around capitalists.
Delphi doesn't know what capitalism is.
Exactly.
There's an even greater step.
So I take it that this is potentially sweetens the deal a little bit, finding out about this cutting edge research we've got going on here.
Oh, of course.
Well, if that's all, me and my brother will escort you out, and I hope to be hearing from you soon. We always appreciate potential buyers, potential sponsorships, and mutual interests. I think we could have a lot of good things happening by us working together.
Of course.
Mr. Tyrion, I am sure that you will hear from us very soon.
Raina does a big grin.
Very good, not to lie. So as you head out into the factory room, there is a ferocious banging on the door.
Delphi pretending to be the muscle will like ready stance, but like slightly out of pace though. They're like, oh my god, bang, and they're like, oh, I meant to be the muscle.
Aww.
And they're like, oh, okay, yeah.
So Delphi's readying an action essentially.
Yeah, I think she's more like doing it for the look than anything, because if she was actually doing it, she'd take out a weapon and be like properly ready. But she's.
Kaelin kind of looks over the door and is like, what is it now, for goodness sake? And starts to head over to it. And before he gets...
What's the bets, everybody?
Oh yeah, everyone place your bets. Place your bets.
BBG.
Or
we're due for combat, surely.
When you said mobster, I kind of thought you said lobster, which is much more entertaining. Just a big lobster ready to.
What if it's Morgan's family?
Dun, dun, dun.
Could be.
If so, then we'll need to give me some time to go and look up my family members.
Lol.
I thought you were going to say run,
Who
but
is it?
that also works.
Elliott,
So,
who is it?
before Kaelin can get to the door, it is kicked down and a number of people run in, and you hear, Raina Riftwood, you're under arrest for the use of charm person against a civilian.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Chloe Elliott, Eiriol Evans, Katie McLeod, and me, Ellie Webster. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Deck of Many Aces, and tweet at us with the hashtag DOMA. That's DOMA. We're also now on Podchaser, so if you'd like to leave us a review but you don't use a reviewing platform like Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a review on there. It really means a lot. It means the world to us. We love reading what you guys have to say, and yeah, it would just be a really nice thing to do if you have things that you'd like to say about the podcast. If you want to listen to the amazing soundtrack that Chloe Elliott herself has created for the podcast, you can find it on her SoundCloud, which is linked in the episode description. If you want to hear more of Am, you should check her out on A Rendezvous with Destiny, which is a Scion podcast that she helps to create. Boy oh boy, this is the first time in a long time I haven't had like a long list of things to promo. Next episode is coming out on the 17th of September. Oh my gosh. And it's not long at all until Ace Week, which sort of loosely marks our anniversary in the world of podcasting, which is crazy. So we do have some plans for our 1 year anniversary. We are still kind of ironing out the details at the moment, but we will let you know as soon as that kind of starts to take a bit more shape. Thank you so much for sticking with us for nearly a year now. This is insane. We love you all very much and we really appreciate you. I will see you on September 17th. Have a nice week. Bye!